or computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hello, 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 and welcome. Yes, welcome. My name is indeed Joshua Matt Rage, and we have got a cheeky unboxing today. It's outside of the realm of TCGs, but still. Well, no, I say that it's outside the realm of One Piece, but still a TCG nonetheless. Hello, hey, Deathbat, how you doing? How you doing? How's everything going? Hope everything is well with you. So as you can see, we are going to be doing Gwent, the legendary tabletop, legendary card game, which is actually what it's called on the box as well. If anyone doesn't know what Gwent is from, it is from The Witcher 3, just to jog everyone's memory. It's the legendary game that happened in The Witcher 3. People loved it so much. I've been shooting on you for other friends. How so? How so? But yeah. Oh right, no, I mean because of the events and stuff that that I've gone to. Yeah, no. I mean we obviously have to. I mean, there's a couple events that I had to go to as well. That I got invited to be fair. So, yeah. I mean, there's that streaming one that I told you about, and then there's the Gundam one that I got invited to, and also a preview one as well that I got invited to. And I'm just trying to make a bit of content on Instagram. No, yeah, no, I mean, I know you're joking, but either way, I mean, we definitely have to hang out soon regardless anyway, so. But yeah, I thankfully got invited to both of those through Melanin Gamers. Shout out to them. I will be streaming for Melanin Gamers later on this evening, by the way. I'll be streaming with Just Skills, who is Bruna. We'll be doing COD, because why not? But yeah, Deathbat, we definitely need to hang out in real life soon either way. But I mean, I've got a bit of time coming up soonish, but we'll talk about it after stream. We'll talk about it. It's all good. Anyway, let's crack on with it. Let me just double check. Either way, cool. Right, here we are, guys, from The Witcher themselves. This is made by, here we are. There we go. You can see the reflection of the camera in there, but hopefully that'll go away soon. This is indeed made by No Loading Games. They are, I believe, a board games company, if I'm not mistaken, which makes a lot of sense. You can see my reflection in that. But there we are, guys. Here it is. Now there is a deluxe version of this game which costed a lot more. This was £35. The deluxe version is $250. It looks really cool, but I don't think I'll be getting that, I'll be honest. But we'll see. Maybe at some point I will. There we go. Dive into the world of Gwent. Alright, let's crack it open. Deathbat, how have you been doing in general? I'm trying not to damage the box at all. I'm glad. There you go, CD Projekt Red. Officially licensed by them. This is not a spin-off, rip-off sort of game. This is officially licensed by... Oh, you're working on projects as well. That's good. That's good. We'll definitely talk about it properly at some point. But I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, so as you can see, officially licensed by CD Projekt Red. These guys did. Well, CD Projekt Red, who makes The Witcher, did work with no loading games. So this isn't like some random knockoff sort of thing. This is the official, in real life, official game. This will be using the same rules as the game inside of Witcher 3, not the standalone game, because the standalone game is a little bit different. As in standalone virtual game, that's a little bit different. But this one will be following the one in Witcher 3. As you can see, you get 436 faction cards, 10 aid cards, 4 gem tokens, 1 coin, 1 score tracking board, and 4 score tokens, 1 paper game board, and 2 rule books. So you get all the cards that you need. You don't actually have to collect more cards to play this game at all. You get every single card that you need. They do make card sleeves and stuff like that for this as well, just so you know. But you do get every card that you need. So you can literally just crack it open, build your deck, and go with it. Here we are. Gwent, the legendary board game. Got that new board game smell as well. Join the community event Gwent map. Okay, we'll do that in a sec. If anyone wants to scan that. I don't know if that's one per thing. I'm sure this isn't unique or anything like that. Cool. Oh, okay, this is to connect with other people. Okay, that's quite cool. I don't know if that's gonna focus. That's not gonna focus. I don't think so. Nah, it's not gonna focus. Let me just try it. But that's cool. I'm gonna leave that open on my phone, and then we'll carry on. Right, here we are. So you have 2 rule books. Well, you got 1 rule book and 1 game mode book. I'll try to go through the rules in a sec, because I do remember. Alright, so I do kind of remember. It's basically a numbers game. So you've got advanced. This version of the game, there are more constraints with to the composition of the deck. This offers a more balanced conversation between 2 decks and players. So I think me. Oh no, it's fine. So 1 leader deck only. A maximum of 22 unit cards, a maximum of 5 special cards, a maximum of 2 spy cards, and a maximum of 2 medic cards. The combined strength of all units in a deck cannot exceed 130. Tournament. In tournament mode, each player must show their mastery of the game by playing several decks to achieve victory. Each player builds 3 separate decks, oh my god, from 3 different factions. The same hero cannot exist in multiple decks. Okay, this is a completely new game mode. One deck must be composed of 1 leader card only, 22 maximum cards. Actually, it's the same as the top. Players must win 2 out of the 3 full games to win the tournament. Flip a coin before the first game to see who goes. Okay, cool. Free for all. This is quite cool. This is really new. You could do a free for all, so you could do from 3 to 5 players. Obviously, if it's 2v2, then it's just gonna be normal. Sorry, if it's 1 versus 1, that's just normal. 3-4 is up to 3 players, I think. Okay, cool. It doesn't say the constraints. Brings a handful necessary. I'll go through that properly in a little bit. Then you have 2 versus 2. This is a little bit like Commander, but not really. So your players cannot use the same faction. Players may look at each other's cards. So obviously your teammate may look at your cards. Players share the same board. Players have combined discard pile and share 2 gem tokens in total. Every card played adds to the team's total strength. And then you have Gwent solo. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to this, because then you can actually test your cards. The player chooses 1 faction for themselves and 1 for the opponent. In Gwent solo, every card in the faction combined in the faction combined to make 1 deck. Shuffle and place. So basically, you just play the other side, which is quite cool. And there you go. There's all your ability cards and stuff like that. There we are. Right, let's get into the meat and potatoes, shall we? Right. So first things first. Here's the board. First of all, this board. Well, I say board. It's a map, but it feels it's obviously paper. We know this, but it feels really solid. It is massive. I don't know. Wait, let me switch it to this view. That's the whole board there. So it's quite big, but it's like, oh, do you know what? There's a really cool poster on here as well. That's really cool. I really like that. If I wasn't using the board, I'd obviously just hang up the poster, which I guess is the point. But the paper of this feels quite nice. Like, it feels quite premium, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel like you're just using, like, normal magazine paper. This actually feels, like, very thick and very premium. It's quite nice. It's almost got a fabric sort of material feel to it. Right. Next thing. Here we are. We've got a counter here. That counts all your life on each side. 2 gem tokens. I can't remember what these do, but we'll see that in a sec. And then there's your coin that you flip to determine who goes first. We will pop all those out and put them in here. But here's your faction cards. Yes. This is exactly what we're looking for. I'm going to pop all these out, actually. Why not? It's always satisfying doing this. There you are. So this is quite a nice thick card. It's double-sided either way. So if he accidentally spills something, then at least you could clear it up. There's your gems, which I'm going to put in there. 2 per player. Here's your Witcher tokens, but I can't remember what these do. I need to look at the rules, but I can't remember what these do. But there you go. And then there's your coin. There you go. Obviously paper as well. It'd be cool if it was like a plasticky coin that they could have thrown in there, but that's okay. Just so you know, in the deluxe edition, this is the £250 version, which this is not. But in the £250 version, in the deluxe edition, you can indeed, like, so sorry, the board itself is wooden. It comes in 4 parts, but it's a completely wooden board. Yes, Dromathy, Boyathy, Royathy, which is indeed your Latin name. Oh, Roy, me and Bruno are going to be playing COD on the Melanin Gamers channel later on today, probably in like 2 hours or something. So let me know if you want to join or anything at all, if you can. So yeah, so in the deluxe edition, you do get the wooden version of this. You get an actual metal coin. Yeah, absolutely, mate. There's a few things that we need to stream in real life, but I'll get to that in a second. The gems that you get are actually plastic gems that you get in the deluxe edition. There's a few things that needs to be discussed. Me and TJ have been discussing a couple things as well. Yes, including an IRL One Piece tournament streaming, which would be sick. We could obviously do the virtual game, but we'd rather do the actual official in-person game. Anyway, so Bruno, if you ever want to play this like before actually playing this game, definitely play The Witcher 3. It's very early on, I'll be honest with you, and you could get it really cheap on Steam now as well, because it's been out for ages. I think I got it for like £10. Definitely play The Witcher 3. This is where this game comes from. Definitely check it out. It's actually really good. The Gwent itself is a really good game. And it's actually quite simple, which is why I think everyone likes it. It's simple, but it's very fast paced. Like, everyone loves it. Right, here we are. We are gonna unbox all these factions. Do not worry about it. Here's the 5 factions you could choose. I can't remember the names of all of them. It's so simple and straightforward, but it's like it's very well put together. Like you have to think about it. It's not like how Yu-Gi-Oh, where you have like so many things going on and you can't even keep up with it. That sort of thing gets a bit long. I'm just trying to see if there's a list of all the names, because I know one is monsters. I can't remember which one's which. Oh, Wicked, sick. It probably says it on the front. It doesn't. Okay, here we go. So, red one is monsters. Grey one is Nilfgaard. Blue one is Northern Realms. Green one, oh my god, Shoatel. I think that's what you say, Shoatel. And purple one is Skellige. You can only choose one faction per thing. They do make deck sleeves for this already. You can pre-order them on Magic Madhouse. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but you can pre-order them on Magic Madhouse. I probably will pre-order them on Magic Madhouse. You know how it is. I know how it is. It's all good. All right, let's go from left to right. There's a bit of like a cardboard riser in here. I guess they made the box quite deep. Do you know what? They probably did this because they have already announced, in case anyone doesn't know, but they have already announced that there's going to be more cards coming out for this. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure there's going to be some Gwent tourneys coming up. But yeah, there are. You can actually. Oh, by the way, Roy, I don't even know this. But for the hero cards, they already have alt arts for them. They already have alternative arts for the hero cards, and you can buy them. I think you still have to pre-order them, but you can buy them. They have. I'll see if I can find a picture of it at some point. But yeah, here we are. Here we are. This is Gwent. I can't believe that we actually have these cards. It's actually insane. I can't remember all the numbers just yet, so I'll go over that. Basically, the aim of the game is to, at the end of each turn, you have to have more numbers. That's the deck I use. Yeah, probably. I think this is the one I started to use as well, but I haven't gone into it properly yet. You could only use cards from your faction, and you just have to have more points than the person. At the end of the turn, you have to have more points than the other person. Obviously, there's things that could vary it. So you've got things like you've got things that could freeze other people's like rows and stuff like that. I'll show the map. I'll show the board again properly. But you could freeze like someone's entire row, and things like that, and it's quite cool. And then other things could multiply it. Other things could take away from someone else. You only have a maximum of 10 cards in your hands. That is. So some things you could even some things can actually bring cards back. So you don't add cards to your hand each turn. Some things can bring cards back and whatnot. It's quite cool. It's quite cool. I think two of the same faction can go up against each other. Anyway. Bear in mind, this comes with 436 cards in total, all here. So you basically have the entire game of Gwent right here as it stands. Again, they have confirmed that there will be more cards coming out later on. I guess they're just trying to see what the success is. These cards, if I'm going to judge it, these cards are a little bit thinner than the One Piece cards. They're about the same thickness as Magic the Gathering, a little bit thicker than Pokemon. The Pokemon cards are really thin, actually. Right. There we go. Here we are. So this tells you which row it could be in, which I'll explain a bit better. Actually, do you know what? I think it actually has it. Yeah, there we go. So this is how the board looks like when you unwrap all of it. There's your deck stuff there. Your discard power is that one there, the skull. Close combat row, range combat row, and siege combat row. Then you have, is that for the heroes? I think it is 11. Oh, that's your leader card. You could only have one leader card. 9 and 10, that's your player aid 1, player aid 2. So that just gives you like buffs and stuff like that when you need it. 12 is your weather card. So those are the ones that will actually freeze something, or maybe it'll reduce everything to 1 or whatever it is. So you have your opponent has their sides. There's one that actually takes away everything as well, which is quite cool. Then your gem. Oh yeah, 7 is your scoring ladder. So that's just how you determine. So basically, when you do your scoring ladder, but does it have a crisis card? Shut up, mate. Idiot. Your scoring cards. Can it run crisis? Yes, it actually can. It's got a. If you look really closely, you can see an RTX 5090, and like 64 gigs of RAM. That's actually better than my current spec. I don't even know why I outspecs myself on cardboard. Anyway, this is where your gem goes. Your 2 gems. This is your scoring card for each round. So basically, you put all your cards down, you make it as high as you possibly can, and then the other person does the same, and then you go like that basically. Whoever loses both of their gems, whoever has both their gems at the end of the entire thing, that's the winner. So you're trying to knock out both the other gems, and if it ends up with both of you drawing, then it's just a draw. There's no tiebreaker or anything like that. Right, let's carry on with unboxing these cards because we've got a lot of cards to go through. I should get some to drink at some point. Anyway, Avalak, I think that's how you say that. The man himself, Geralt of Rivia. Come on. Yennefer of Vengerberg, is that how you say that? Vengerberg. Gotta love Yennefer, come on. Ballista. Another Ballista. You are gonna have repeats in this, you can have repeats. The star. It's come doing the boxes. Yeah. It's all good, man. The star at the bottom of this is actually like the starter deck that you can just use. So instead of having to look through the whole deck to try to build something, you can actually just start with the starter deck, and then you can just carry on from there. Blue Stripes Commando. Another Blue Stripes. Catapult. Another one. What's this? Queen Frid, is that how you say that? Rivia's Dragon Hunter. Another one of those. Oh, another one of those. Death Mold. Dun Banner Medic. Kira Metz. Prince Stennis. Not of Brathia. Roach. The horse, the myth, the legend. Roach. The best horse you'll ever come across. Don't even at me. He's on the roof because he wants to be on the roof. He's just aura farming. He is aura. It's Manlight Roach. Siegfried of Dinisol. Oh. Manlight Roach, come on. Seal de Transeville, is that how you say that? Trebuchet, not to be confused with a catapult, there is a difference. Another Trebuchet. Vess. Biting Frost, that is a weather card, as you can see there. Commander's Horn, another one. Decoys, so these decoys, you can actually put them down on the field and pick up a card to replace it and put that back in your hand. It's actually really cool. So when you run out of peasants, decoys also make decent arrow fodder. So it's not worth anything, but it's good to put it down so you could at least last another round. Because again, you can't actually, unless you have a specific card that does it, you can't actually you can't add any more cards to your hand. Another decoy. Scorch. Pillars of Flame turn the mightiest of Ash. Oh, sorry, turn the mightiest to Ash. All others tremble in shock and awe. I think I have to search up, but this gets rid of a few things. Full tests. King of Temeria. Another one. Yeah, so this says destroy enemy strongest catapult units if the combined strength of all his or her units is 10 or more. That's pretty good, actually. Played in the Ash card, oh my god. Cyrilla Foreigner Ellen, oh god, Ellen Ryanen. How do you say that name? How do you say it again? It's Siri, isn't it? Cyrilla. Everyone just calls her Siri, so I'm actually not used to seeing the entire name. Even in the game and even in the series, they just call her Siri. So that threw me off a bit. Esterad Thyssen. John, man like John, Natalis. Philippa Ilhart. Triss, obviously Triss, come on. Triss or Yennefer, let me know. Triss or Yennefer. Vern Roach. Bovine Defense Force, not Defent. Oh, this absolute dog. On stream as well. On stream, you're on the screen as well saying that. That's absolute dogmatic behavior. Bovine Defense Force. On big stream as well. Cow. Dandelion. Is it Dandelion? It is Dandelion. Imo Regis. Oh god, I don't even know how to say that. Gonto Odim Darkness. So you can actually evolve him into this basically. Same with the Bovine Defense Force and the Cow. I think after it's discarded, it evolves basically. Siege Expert again. Siege Expert one more time. Olgerd von Everick, is that how you say that? Poor fucking infantry. That's funny. A few of those. That's just cannon fodder. Redanian foot soldier. Sorry that I'm butchering these names. Sabrina Glycivig. Oh, Glycivig. There we go. Oh my god. Sheldon Skaggs. Siege Tower. Sigismund Dijkstra, I think that's how you say that. Thola or Thala. Visimir, the man, the myth, the legend. Come on. Velitritimeth. I can't say these names. You could read it on there. There you go. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Rest in peace to him. I'm not gonna read all of these. Biting Frost, that freezes all your cards. Or Clear Weather, that clears all the weather cards. I think so. There's a lot more of the same stuff. Impenetrable Fog, Scorch, Skillage Storm, Torrential Rain. Even the rain in the land smells like piss. So I think these freezes it or it dams it down, something like that. I'll check that in a sec actually, because I can't remember fully what they do. Alright, let me put this all back. Yeah, that one I know. Yeah, Biting Frost, I remember it just reduces it to 1 point. I'm sure it says in here. So Biting Frost plays face up weather cards in the weather cards area, obviously. Sets strength of all units, of all close combat units to 1 for both players. Impenetrable Fog sets strength of all ranged units to 1 for both players. Torrential Rain sets all catapult or siege units to 1 for both players. Skillage Storm, strength of all ranged and siege units sets to 1 to both for both players. And Clear Weather, discard all weather cards currently in the battlefields. Their effects are cancelled. There you go. Cool, let's move on. Let's go to... So we just did the... Bear with. So we just did the Northern Realms cards. Let me... Am I going to get a deck box for this game whenever they do make one? Yes. Right. Now we have Nilfgaard. So Nilfgaard, so yeah, Northern Realms faction has many units with tight bond, which allows them to empower each other on the battlefield. Nilfgaard faction has many spy and medic cards, which use underhand tactics to achieve card advantage over the opponent. So that's the next one that we're doing. Cool. Let me close that before that gets dangerous. Oh. Why is this in the middle of... Okay. They actually have some cheat sheet cards here as well, which is very helpful. They're double-sided. So I'll keep them. So, there you go. Decoy, replace 1 unit card. Then you've got Scorch. Send the discard pile. Oh, wait, what? Send the discard pile the unit cards with the highest... Send to the discard pile the unit cards with the highest strength, excluding heroes and the entire battlefield. Heroes are always exempt to all the effects, by the way, just so you know. So we've got 5 of these cards, and then you've got the different stuff here. So right now we're doing Nilfgaard. Cool, let me put that there. That's very useful. Cool. I might take a quick break just to get a drink in a sec. Right. Emir, I don't know how to say that. You can say that. I don't know how to say it properly. Avla, we had the same. Letho of Garlet. We're gonna have some of the same cards in here. Menno Korhorn, Morvran Vorhus, Tibber Eggerbracht. So I can't have that. Black Infantry Archer. Another one of those. Etolian Auxiliary Archers. The hearts. What do the hearts mean? It doesn't say what the hearts mean. Oh yeah. They're medic. So choose one unit card in the discard pile, excluding heroes, and play it immediately. So that's actually pretty cool. So you can just play a card straight away once you play this one. So that's quite cool. It literally says double or nothing, aim for his cock. I'm not even trying. I'm not even lying. Please focus. It legit says that. I'm not even joking. I'm trying to... There you go. Just saying. It says that for the archers. I'm also just saying. Heavy Zerakian Fire Scorpion. There's a siege card. Imperial Brigade card. Guard, sorry, not card. Another one of those. Imperial Brigade Guard again. Another one. Nausicaa Cavalry Rider. Another one of those. To you just interested. Alright, you know, I'm not trying to get like struck here. Like don't let me mute the comments off the screen, allow it. But yeah, anyway. Warfare is mere sound and fury, blah blah. So that's Fitz Osterlin, I think that's how you say that. Stefan Skellen. Vitia de Ridu. Or Ridu? I guess it's Ridu, right? Young Emissary. Clearweather. I didn't say that. You're misquoting me because I haven't said anything of the type at all. As you could see on stream, you could rewind the stream. I haven't said anything like that. Commander's Horn. Another one. Another decoy. Again, the star means that this is all in the starting deck. Scorch. Right, then I think there's going to be repeats of all these stuff in this. Okay. Huh? You hate me? Why? I'm just showing up. I'm just showing Gwent, mate. Just showing Gwent. I may have Emrys. Another one of those. The White Flame. Cancel your opponent's leader ability. That's pretty cool, actually. Ciri Fona, or Cyrilla, but Ciri. Girls of Rivia again. Triss, of course. Yennefer. Albric. Asir Var Anahid, I think that's how you say that. Bovine Defense Force. Got a few of those. Kahir Mo, I don't know how to say that. It almost looks like Welsh. It almost looks like Welsh. Cow. That evolves into Bovine Defense Force, just so you know. Cynthia. Dandelion. Just going through Witcher. Emil Regis. I don't know how to say that, but you can see it. Fringilla. Gaunter Odim. Odim Darkness. So some of the cards are going to be the same. Mortis... How do you say that? Mortisine. Olgerg von Everick. Putkama. Or Kama. Rain Fawn. Reynold Ape Matson. Roach Manike. Rotten Mangono, I think that's gonna say. Siege Engineer. Siege Technician. Swears. Van Hamer. Vesemir. Okay, Valentry Tenmirth. Valentry Tenmirth. Oh my god. Vrimid. I'm so sorry. I know I'm butchering these names. I can't even read English properly. Like, allow me, please. Zeracanian Fire Scorpion. Zoltan Shivy. Biting Frost, and I think these are going to be some of the weather cards. Yeah, some of the same weather cards from earlier. There you go. Cool. Right. But did I thought I yeeted a card under there. That's all good. Cool, so that is the Nilf card. Right. Now let's go to the monsters, is it? Yeah. So each deck comes with this sort of card. I'm actually just put these on top of each card actually. Northern Realms. Nilf card. There you go. And then I'll put these are both the same. Cool. This is just so I know where each thing is. Cool. I've got 2 there. That's cool. Cool. Right, on to monsters. Do you know, maybe now this is a good time to get a quick drink. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm literally just gonna be, bro, I'm gonna go rest. I'm knackered. I'll try and join you there. Yeah, man. We're gonna play probably at like 7ish or something like that. I'll let you know anyway. I'll send you a message. It'll be on Melanin Gamers, as well as my channel, obviously. So please do join us if you can. We haven't played together in ages. Roy, I will see you. I will see you later on. Everyone else, be right back. I'm literally just gonna be 5 minutes. Be right back, guys. My humblest of apologies for that. We will carry on. I just need to get something to drink because I was, all this talking, man. Cool. Right, let's carry on. So this is going to be the monsters deck. Right then. Sorry, so I'm just popped up on my desktop. Right, here we are. So Eredin, King of the Wild Hunt. Avalak. Draug. Geralt of Rivia, of course. Imlerith. Kiran. Leshen. Arakas. Another one of those. Arakas Behemoth. Crone Brewess. Crone Weavers. Weaves even. Crone Whisperess. Necker. Another one. Roach, man like. Toad. Vampire Bruxer. Vampire Chimera. Find all vampire cards in the deck or hand and play them instantly. That's an insane card. That is insane. Vampire Elder. Find all vampire cards in the deck or hand. Yeah, of course, same thing. Same thing with this as well. Same thing with this as well. This is an insane card. Clear Weather. Commander's Horn. Another one. Impenetrable Fog. Scorch. Torrential Rain. Iridian Break Glass, I think that's how you say that. Doubles the strength of all spy cards. That's wicked. On both. Oh, affects both players though. Oof. You have to play that very, very strategically. Iridian Bringer of Death. Restore a card from your discard pile to your hands. See, that's one of the ones I was talking about. Commander of the Red Riders. Doubles the strength of all your close combat card units, unless Commander's Horn is also present on that row. That's fair enough. Discard 2 cards and draw 1 card of your choice from your deck. That's wicked. Ciri, another hero card. Triss, Triss, not Triss. Yennefer. Botchling. Bovine Defense Force. Clanio Harpy. Cockatrice, I think that's how you say that. Cockatrice, maybe. Cow. Dandelion. Earth Elemental. Emil Regis. Rohillic. Terry. Oh god, Godfrey. I don't know how to say all of that. Endrega. Fiend. Fire Elemental. Foglet. Is this a bit too bright? I'm just gonna turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Foglet. Forktail. Frightener. Gargoyle. Gaunter Odim. Gaunter Odim Darkness. I think there's going to be some of the similar stuff. Let me just get rid of those. Right, Ghoul. I think there's some ghouls in the other one as well. Another one. Find all ghoul cards in your deck or hand and play them instantly. Ghoul find all. Yep, that's the same one. Grave Hag. Griffin in the Witcher 3, Griffins will ruin your day, mate. They will absolutely ruin your day. The amount of times I've come across them and I didn't expect it, and then suddenly I'm just getting slapped around. Oh my god. Harpy. Ice Giant. Von Everig. Oh my god, Plague Maiden. Oh my god. This one looks like, for the people that played Left 4 Dead, doesn't that look like the witch in Left 4 Dead? Vesemir. Valentry Treated. Oh, you know, I thought I'd had it. Werewolf. Wyvern. Not to be confused with a dragon, but they are all the same sort of types. Zoltan Chivy. Biting Frost, and then I think these are just going to be Clear Weather, Decoy, Impenetrable Fog. What's that? Scorch. Skittish Storm, and Torrential Rain. Cool. My phone just went off and I don't know where my phone is. There it is. Cool. So that is the monsters cards. Nice. Put that there. Nice. Just gonna check what that was, just in case there's something on. It's all good. All right, 2 decks left. So I'm gonna test this in a second, right? But I'm assuming that they have these cardboard risers, and it's as deep as it is purely because they expect you to sleeve your cards as well, which would then make it a lot thicker. So that actually makes a lot of sense if that's what the intention is. I assume that's what it is. Right. Oh, forgot to put this underneath here. So it's just like fly. Oh, fuck off. Cool. Sketty Edge. Second to last one to go. Nice. Cool. All right, let's go. Let's carry on. I don't need that anymore, I don't think. This game, honestly, so far is really good quality. I really like it, honestly. Right. Anjolf. Cirrus, a hero card. Ermion, another hero card. Hajjumar. Oh, actually, I forgot to see. Where are we? Skiddage faction has berserkers, which channel their inner monsters to transform into more powerful cards. There you go. Hajjumar, I think that's how you say it. Berserker, there you go. Clan and Crate Warrior. Another one. Clan Demon Pirate. Clan Drummond Shield Maiden. Another one. Another one. Can be. When this card is discarded from the battlefield, it summons Hamdal to take its place. Okay, cool. Light Longship. Find all light longship cards in the deck or hand and play them instantly. Nice. Olaf. War Longship. There you go. There's one of them, or 2 of them, or even 3 of them. Young Berserker. Clearweather. Commander's Horn. +1 to morale, -3 to hearing. Fair enough. Mardrome. Eat enough of them and the world will never be the same. Yeah, that makes sense. Mardrome place on the combat road triggers transformation of all berserker cards in that row. That's what this does. I'm glad you've got those cheat sheet cards on there. Skellige Storm. Hamdal. Or Hemdal. This card can't start in a deck, limited to 1 in play per player only. Okay, it's a hero card, fair enough. Transformed Vild Carl. Transform Young Vild Carl. Catch and Crate. Shuffles all cards from each player's graveyard back into their decks. That's quite cool. Est's Research. King of Sintra. Pick a Skellige Storm card from your deck and play it immediately. Pick a Madrome card from your deck and play it immediately. So there's a Hald Uncrate. King Bran. Avalach. Ciri. Geralt of Rivia. Triss. Yennefer. Birna Bran, Blue Boy Lugos, Bovine Defense Force, Clan Bokvar Archer, a couple of those, Clan Heime Skald, Clan Tor Darok Armorsmith, Cow, who turns into Berserker. Is it Berserker? Bovine Defense Force, not the Berserker. Dandelion, Dona and Hinder, Drag Bondu, Imel Regis, Ganto Odim, and then you've got Odim's Darkness. Madman Lugos, Ogrid von Everek, Man Knight Roach, Svanridge, Alderic, Vesmer, Villain Chet Ten Merith, God, Zoltan Cheve, Biting Frost, and then you got some of the same cards: Decoy, Impenetrable Frog, Scorch, and Skidded Storm and Torrential Rain. Cool. Right. Last deck. Trying to just put them the right side up. Cool. Put that there. Cool. Last deck. This is the Score Tail or Teal. Sorry about that. Right, last one. I hope everyone's enjoying this so far. Oh, hey JC, how you doing? How you doing? Just coming towards the unboxing of Gwent. Just so everyone knows, I'm all good, thanks. I'm all good. I'm all good. I hope you're enjoying your Monday. Just so everyone knows, by the way, finally get to catch stream. Yeah. This might be the first stream I've done since the Bandai event, to be fair. I think it is. First one I remember doing, because it's been a few days of a bit of chaos and madness. I will be streaming again later on today, by the way, literally in like a couple hours time. Oh yeah, I did. I can't remember what I was doing though. I really can't remember what I was doing. But thank you for tuning in either way. Thank you for catching the stream. We're kind of at the tail end of it now. Just unboxing Gwent. Oh. Yeah. I was probably playing COD with Bruna, who I think is still in the chat, and I will be playing with her later on as well, literally like in an hour or so, or maybe 2 hours. I'll see. I'll figure it out. An hour or two. I'll also be playing on the Meddling Gamers channel as well. So tune in here or there, basically. And join in if you play as well. I'll be on Discord and stuff. We could discuss it afterwards and everything. If you do want to join, because I remember you said that you play COD as well, right? Oh, bear with. I'm just getting a call that might be suspected spam. It was indeed spam. It's all good. I'll be catching up with some demons. Oh, fair enough then. Yeah, I'll be probably going live probably at like 8, probably around 8 PM to be fair. Can't play games right now. Got my hand strapped up. What happened to your hand? I hope everything's okay. Yeah, let me know what happened and stuff. But I hope your hand's okay. All right. Last deck. This is the Soko Otil deck, and it says Soko Otil faction hosts a lot of agile cards which allow flexibility on close combat and range combat rows of the battlefield. It's been bad for a while. Don't know what's wrong with it. Waiting to get exit. Oh, okay, cool. Hopefully they find out what's wrong with it and then they can sort it out basically. And hopefully it's nothing too insane, like too invasive as well. Like, yeah, hopefully it's nothing too bad and it's just something that they could just sort out. But I hope your hand feels better soon for sure. Alright. Francesca Finderbar, Baby Carpal Tunnel, yeah. I don't know if is there a cure for carpal tunnel? I don't even know. Or at least treatment to like help it properly and stuff. I don't even know. Being told no games for 6 weeks. Oh my god. I'm so sorry about that. Oof. That's insane. I don't know. I mean, at least you could watch games, but still. Definitely played Little Night the other day. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, hopefully that sucks. I'm really sorry about that. But I do hope it feels better soon and you can actually carry on playing games, to be honest. And also I'm sure that just gets in the way, so I hope it feels better soon. That's alright. Right, so Francesca Finderbear doubles the chance of all your ranged units. And that's Commander's Horn is also present. Siri. Ethni, I think that's how you say that. Iolveth. Isengrim. Oh my god, how do you say these? Faltiana. Oh my god. Say synthesis. Synthesis. Oh my god. Tris. Do you collect Gwent cards like Pokemon, or is it just part of the box? So all these cards are part of the box. This costed me £35 for Magic Madhouse. All of them are part of the box, but they have announced that they will be doing booster cards afterwards, so you can actually collect them. You could also get alt arts of all the hero cards. And that's on pre-order again at Magic Madhouse. But they have said that they're going to be releasing more cards as time goes on, which is really cool because then now you can just make more decks outside of the box. But this box basically gives you every single card you need for up to 5 people to play, and there's actually a 5-player game mode. I'll go over the game modes again later on, but there's a 5-player game mode now as well, so these cards you could just use off the rip. But you know, a few people play. Yeah, it's an amazing game. The mobile app is a lot different from this game. This game is the one from The Witcher 3. The mobile app is a little bit, it varies a little bit. But this one's a lot simpler, but really fast paced, and that's why a lot of people like it. This is why I like it as well. It's a really cool game. It's honestly a really cool game. Yeah, the app is a little bit more confusing. It's still really good, but it's a bit more confusing than this. But if you ever play The Witcher 3, then that will have this version of the game in it, and this is the version that everyone actually wants to play, I guess. But definitely check that out if you haven't played Witcher 3 before. If you're on PC, you can get Witcher 3 really good. Actually, I think on any platform you can get it quite cheaply now. So definitely check it out. It's a long game, but definitely check it out. Barclay Else. Dol Brathana Scout. Another one. So actually, I don't know what this does. Let's see. Agile, so place on either close combat or range combat row, cannot be moved once placed. Okay, that's what that means. Okay, fine. Flanvidrel Ain Fidal. Oh my god. Havaka Healer. So this is a medic. Choose 1 unit card in the discard pile, excluding heroes, and play it immediately. So hero cards are always excluded from all the special effects. They just stand alone because they're quite OP. Another healer. This is a Musker from that there. Musker, find all specified cards in the hand and deck and play them immediately, then shuffle the deck. Oh, and it says it there anyway, so yeah, fair enough. Another Havaka Smuggler. Another Havaka Smuggler. Milva. With each arrow loose, I think of my Dar, he'd be proud, I think. Okay. Fair enough. So this is a morale boost. Add 1 strength to all units on the row, excluding itself. That's quite cool. Morale boost on either row as well again. Roach. The best horse that ever was. Skiru. So what's that symbol there? The horn symbol. Scorch. If one opponent has total strength of 10 or higher on the row opposite this card, the unit cards with the highest strength, excluding heroes, are sent to the discard pile. That's quite cool, actually. Right, Veletri 10 math. Oh my god. Okay, I've got to go sort my kids. Oh, that's all good. That's all good. Thank you for tuning in, though. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, I'll be on later on playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 with definitely Bruna and maybe Roy as well. We'll see what happens. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Virid Brigade Veteran. Another one. Vivin. Oh yeah, Ivan. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in general. Thank you very much. Biting Frost. So Biting Frost, just so you know, it should say it here. Should say it here. Oh, where is it? So Biting Frost, face up in the weather cards area. Set strength of all units or close combat units strength to 1 for both players. Clear weather clears all of that. Commander, what is it? Commanding Horn, I think it's called. Commander's Horn. Double the strength of all other unit cards in this card's row, unless there is already a Commander's Horn card affecting it, or that card affecting it. Scorch. Another Francesca Finderbear. I think this is kind of like a double almost. Francesca Finderbear, Hope of the ANC. So move agile units to whichever valid row maximizes their strength. Don't move units already in the optimal row. Francesca Finderbear again. Pick a Bison Frost card from your deck and play it instantly. That's pretty cool. Destroy enemy strongest units of the combined strength of all his or her units. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. That's the one that we had before. That's fine. Avalak, Gales Rivia, of course. Yennefer, of course. Bovine Defense Force. So that means there's going to be cow in here. Karen Ape Asilian. I think that's how you say that. Cow. Oh, there's only one cow in there. Dandelion. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please don't forget to drop a follow. I'm gonna try to do a in-person like a stream of Gwent and also of One Piece as well. Please do drop a follow if you haven't followed already. I really do appreciate it. Dennis Cranmer. If you want to see any more stuff of Gwent, I will happily show it, including the app as well. I don't mind playing the actual game. As in like the. Do you know, I might even install Witcher 3 again and carry on playing it. Now I've got a new built PC that can actually handle it. Dol Brathana Witcher, Archer, sorry, not Witcher. Dwarven Skirmisher, Dwarven Skirmisher. Find all Dwarven Skirmisher cards in your deck or hand and play them instantly. Dwarven Skirmisher, another one. Elven Skirmisher, so the same thing with elves. Another one. Emil Regus, Rodic, I don't know how to say that. Godfrey, Gaunter Dim, so that means there's going to be some Gaunter or Gaunter or Dim Darkness. Havocus Healer, Ida Iman Ape Sivni, Mahakamen Defender. There you go. A couple more of those. Roydian. Tuvel. Vesemir. Virahid. Bridget Recruit. Exhaustion Chevy. And then you got your Biting Frosts, Clear Weathers, Decoys, Impenetrable Fog, Scorch, Skillage Storm, and Torrential Rain. Nice! And that concludes our unboxing of the Witcher, well, not the Witcher, the Gwent, the card game, the legendary card game. What I'm going to do though, before I lock off the stream, I actually want to sleeve one of these cards and see how it fares. Give me 1 second. Right, so I just wanted to see if this will fit some sleeves. I don't have... Okay, cool. You know, let me like sleeve them as if I was sleeving a normal TCG. 1 second. Okay, so what I usually do is I usually put them, as you've probably seen in some of my previous One Piece unboxing videos. I would take a card, put them in a perfect fit sleeve first. So there you go. So that confirms that it is a standard size playing card. And then I'll put them in an outer sleeve. So it gives me, that's my burgundy and gold one. And I just want to see if it fits in here. It absolutely does fit in the box itself. So you can indeed sleeve all of your cards, or at least the ones that you want to use, and keep them in the box, which is absolutely amazing. I think that's what's probably on a lot of people's minds, to be honest with you. So yes, can confirm, you can indeed sleeve these cards as you would do any other TCG and put them back in the box instead of having to use a whole new deck box or anything like that. So you can sleeve whatever ones you're going to use, put them back in the box, and that's that. So that's pretty cool. That's exactly what I wanted to know. But yes, this has been, honestly, this I'm really happy with this board, with this board game, I should say. It's not even a board game, you know what I mean. I just want to go over the game modes again. So you have advanced. So I think advanced is the same as the standard. Advanced and tournament. Okay, cool. So alright, so in this version of so advanced, I think is just the normal version of the game. So in this version of the game, there are more constraints to the composition of the deck. This offers a more balanced confrontation, so that's the amount of cards you could have in each deck, amount of each card. Tournament mode, same thing, but you have to make 3, so it's still 1v1. Each player must show their mastery of the game by playing several decks to achieve victory. Each player builds 3 separate decks from 3 different factions. The same hero cannot exist in multiple decks. You can only have one, is there only one hero card? Or one leader card only, which I think is the hero card. So that clears that up. Players must win 2 out of 3 full games to win the tournament. Flip a coin before the first round, decide who chooses their first deck first. For the second and third games, the winner of the previous game must choose a new deck to use. The loser of the previous game then chooses to keep their deck or choose a different one. A winning deck cannot be used twice. That's the tournament rule. That's quite cool rule, actually. Right, free for all. This is actually, sorry, I got a bit mixed up before. Free for all is a little bit closer to Commander than the 2v2, which we'll go over as well. Between 3 and 5 players can play free for all at once. At once. The standard rules apply in most cases, but a handful of changes are necessary to accommodate the additional opponents. Instead of using just 2 or 3 rounds like standard Gwent, there is no limit to the number of rounds in free for all. Rounds are broken up into turns as normal, with players taking it in turns to play 1 card at a time until they choose to pass. Play proceeds clockwise, and the round ends when all players pass. Points to win. So 3 players. So if it's a 3-player game, you need 4 points. 4 player, 5 points. 5 player, 6 points. Winning is determined as players collect points at the end of each round, with 1 point awarded for each opponent. Each opponent a player outscores. For example, if there are 3 opponents and the player has a total strength higher than 2 of them, that player scores 2 points. The ties don't count as victories unless the player controls Nilfgaard as per its faction ability. The total number of points needed to win and the entire free-for-all is equal to the number of players plus 1. Players randomly determine who begins the game through subsequent round. Though in subsequent rounds, the player who scored the most points in the previous game goes first. Ability clarification. Spy chooses which opponent gets the spy. Unit Scorch. Oh yeah, so this is for the multiplayer because obviously it's not 1v1. Unit Scorch affects every enemy individually. Nilfgaard. If 2 players using Nilfgaard end in a tie, they each score 1 point for its tie. Northern Realms, if the player with the highest strength total than at least 2 opponents, they draw a card. Scoia'tael, if players use Scoia'tael, randomly determine which of them randomly determine which of them chooses who goes first. Cool. Then you got 2v2. This is quite cool. This is really fun. This would be really fun to play as well. 2 players team up against to battle against another team in this game mode. All standard rules apply with the following differences within the same team. Okay, sorry, within the same team, players cannot use the same faction. That's fair enough. Players may look at each other's hands. Players share the same board. Players have combined discard pile and share 2 gem counters in total. Every card plays adds to the team's total strength. Turns alternate between players and teams. Example 1: A1 and A2 from a team against B1 and B2. A1 plays first, then it's B1's turn, followed by A2, then A. So player 1A, player 2A, or player 1A, player 1B, and player 2A and player 2B. So A will go first on each side, then B will go first on each side. So that makes sense. It keeps it even. Ability clarifications. Medic can be used to recall a unit from the entire team's discard pile. Commander's Horn affects the entire team's units on the row. Decoy can target a unit played by either team member. Monster ability. The card that stays in play must be a monster card or enemy spy unit. If Nilfgaard ability, if Nilfgaard is used by both teams, Nilfgaard has no ability. Soko ability. If Scoia'tael is used by both teams, flip a coin amongst the Scoia'tael players to decide who chooses the starting player. Skillage ability. The cards brought back into play must be Skillage cards or enemy spy units. And Vas Imerus, the White Flame, cancels all leader abilities. Cool. And then lastly you have solo. Which is quite cool. This is a quite cool game mode in general, so you can at least test your cards. Right. The player chooses one faction for themselves and one for the opponent. In Gwent Solo, every card in the faction is combined to make one deck. The side decks are still separate. Shuffle and place the enemy faction deck on the opposite side of the board. The player then removes all weather cards except clear weather from their deck before shuffling and placing it in the deck zone. A leader should then be chosen and placed in the leader zone. All enemy faction leader cards are shuffled into a pile and face down on the opposite leader zone. Gem counters are placed as normal. Gameplay. The player must follow all the standard game rules, though the opponent may deviate sometimes. The game begins with the player drawing their starting hand as normal. The opponent has no hand but instead plays the top of its deck in each of its turns. If whatever card is played, the effect is applied and the opponent takes another turn immediately. There's no limit to how many cards the opponent can play in a turn. The opponent always takes the first turn. Always takes the first turn around and always takes their turn after the player. Huh? The opponent always takes the first... Did I confuse myself there? The opponent always takes the first turn of a round and always takes a turn after the player. Okay, that makes sense. This includes after the player passes, with the opponent taking one final turn at the end of the round. The opponent's card must always be played in the most effective way possible. Strength totals are counted as normal once the player has passed and the opponent has taken their final turn. The loser of the round loses gem counter as normal. That'd be quite cool to see in action, actually. Deck building variant. Players can also play this mode with standard deck building rules where the cards cannot be played. However, okay. Leader variant. We're calculating. Okay, cool. Alright, well, this is all the stuff that we went over earlier. I just want to go over the game modes. And again, just to show the map one final time. Again, this was a really good. This is first of all, it's got a really cool poster on the back of it. It's really thick paper, very good quality. It doesn't feel cheap at all. So that's that, and then you've got this side as well. So this is the actual game mat side. You can you can indeed get, you will be able to get your own player mats as well. So I've seen it online already, so just so you know, it's not like I've got any inside information, it's just what I've seen. But yeah, this has been Gwent, the legendary card game. Thank you very much for tuning in. I didn't think it was going to take as long as that, actually, because I didn't realize there was that many cards, but thank you so much for tuning in. Please tune back in about 2 hours time. I will be playing Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, and maybe Warzone as well with Just Skills, aka Bruna, and I will be playing on my channel on YouTube, as you might be tuning in here as well. Hello to everyone on YouTube, and also on the Melanin Gamers channel, so please do tune in if you can. And if anyone's watching and you haven't followed yet, please do drop me a follow. I will be playing Gwent IRL, I will be playing One Piece IRL at some point. We are going to try to organize it, and more COD. Tomorrow I'll also be playing, I think, Silksong. Why not? We'll see. I'll be playing Skate as well. Loads of games. So please do tune in if you haven't followed already, and if this is your first time tuning in. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you very much to Deathbat, to Bruna, to Roy, to JC. Thank you all for tuning in today. I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Thank you very much. Peace out.